when people have a hard time recognizing the positive qualities that people are telling them about, it's because they have no reason to believe it, because they are abused. I am an abuse victim. I have PTSD, like you said. An abuse victim does not need a bipolar medication to get their abuse better. No bipolar medication will fix an abuse victim's problems. You do not need that for an abused victim. The abuse is what controls my life, and if the abuse can be stopped, and I know the police aren't going to stop it, so you're basically just telling me there's nothing I can do, and that I need to accept being abused and learn to accept the abuse.
Well,
I am learning to accept the abuse. This is right here.
You can, I mean, you can be an abused person with bipolar.
But here's the thing, I need to stop the abuse, and I don't have bipolar. I was stupid as a teenager for thinking I had bipolar, and I'm really, really sorry that I said I make irrational decisions sometimes when I was thinking about the psychosis I experienced as a 6-year-old child into thinking I'm an animal, because I can't be a human. I can't be a human with all of these other humans. These humans are terrible, because the humans I knew in my life at that time were so horrible to me that I thought I was a dog, because I wouldn't want to be associated with that. So that was the psychosis and irrational decisions, because I used to growl at people when I got angry, and then it got me called cat lady every day in school until I left. Every day until I was out of school, I got bullied. Then I went to Portland, and after a little bit of work, after 2 years, I learned my abuse symptoms can go away if I work. If I work hard and I try, I can get out of that situation, and once I'm out, it's better. But I can't do anything until I get out of the situation, because the only thing that was going to help me was leaving that situation at high school where everyone meowed at me. It never happened again.
I think taking olanzapine at night would help you relax and sleep.
What is the big deal? Why I'm not having a problem with sleep? I feel perfectly well rested. I'm sorry I left my light on last night.
Your light has nothing to do with it. You just told us you don't sleep good.
I know, but this has been a lifelong choice. I have a lot to live for. There's a lot to do in this world. I don't want to waste all of it sleeping, so I try. So I'm just not sleepy.
I think maybe if you got restorative sleep, your body would be better would be better able to handle the real stresses that you have in your life.
Here's the thing that you just said. There's nothing an abuse victim can do to stop abuse, so they need to take a medication that inhibits their dopamine and stops their serotonin from making them be happy when they are already struggling to do that and even produce it in the first place. What?
It would not interfere with your ability to feel.
I already don't get happiness when I'm being abused. I let Candace see me while I was being abused, because normally I mask it. I'm masking it right now, and you don't know that you're doing it. I'm masking it, and this is how I normally am. This is how I behave without the olanzapine. Please do not make me take an olanzapine just because I'm literally was showing Candace something, thinking it would help.
What do you have to lose?
I have to lose countless, just time. I don't want to have to waste another 30 days showing you something so I can wait to get my stimulant once he's learned that ADHD people have stimulants because it slows their brain down. I swear you should just look it up. Do ADHD people get slowed down by a stimulant? Yes, that's what it's for. It's like an oxymoron.
So in addition, over the past 3 months, I've gotten to know you, but you've also gotten to know me and the rest of the team and the staff at High Street.
No, I haven't gotten to know you, but I've gotten to know...
But you know the ACT team?
Not really. I know them and their job personas, and I know that they're nice people who listen, but I didn't know she was going to talk to you behind my back and not say...
Well, we're a team.
And not say the abuse is the problem. I didn't expect her to not tell you that.
Well, I'm aware of the abuse, and I know it's a factor.
Why are you saying that's not the problem that needs to be solved, then? Because you're saying it's hopeless. Do you understand that you're saying...
trying to solve the problem.
No, you're saying that it's hopeless. I'm never going to stop being abused. If I was anyone else, I would be suicidal right now.
I can't flip a switch and stop
I know,
that.
but you can support me.
But I can help you handle your situation in a healthier, less distressing way.
A less distressing way than sitting here like I am now, asking you calmly and quietly and talking about it and writing it down. What is the more stressful way that I'm doing? Smoking weed? Taking methadone? Wait, I told you I'm taking methadone for PTSD. This is just about getting me off the drug.
No, I'm not touching your methadone. I just want you to feel more comfortable.
That's why
you're clearly not.
And here's the.
You're very distressed.
I'm not distressed right now. I'm not clearly distressed because this is calm. I'm just explaining to you that I'm not comfortable. An American. I don't want to be a lazy fat glob sitting at home smoking weed, taking my meds, and going, I have the drugs. It's okay. There's no problems in the world. I want to be having a job. I want to be working. I want to be making a change and doing a difference. But I can't do that if I'm sitting at home trying to make myself comfortable with the fact that I'm being abused by somebody who I simply need to write a letter about and I can't focus on to solve the problem. If I could write a letter, I could solve the problem, but I can't focus on it.
I think the goals that you just listed, I think the whole ACT team is on board with.
Yes.
And if you could just find a way to trust us.
I don't trust you.
To help you achieve your goals.
Please do me a favor and stop referring to the ACT team as your choices right here, right now, and stop using your mindset to say us. They don't know what happens behind this door. They don't know that you literally are saying that, you should actually have offered me therapy or something. Like, maybe you need outside therapy or something because abuse gets better with therapy. How about emotional supports and good healthy people in your lives instead of take a bipolar medication because we assume you go manic and have bad decisions. You're not even saying that I might be depressed. You're only suggesting that I might be manic, and manic comes with happiness.
Yeah,
I don't have happiness. How am I manic?
People can be depressed
and manic. Okay. Can we end this session here without you thinking that I'm causing a problem?
Can I say one more thing? I think that if you want an outside therapy, you need to speak up about it because this is the first time I've heard you say that.
I know, because I'm telling the psychiatrist for the first time in this conversation that if he thinks my abuse is the problem, then I should be being offered therapy, not a drug that doesn't stop abuse.
We want to know what you want.
I want to be on the stimulant medication I was on in Portland for 2 months and got taken away due to medical malpractice.
Okay, so how's that going to help your depression?
Because I can focus on my job, which is get treatment, write this down, stop worrying about just sitting here, and then I can actually focus to write these letters about my abuse and log what's going on like a normal person would when they're in a hopeless, abuseful situation. All the Holocaust survivors did that. They wrote in their journals all day. I just want to be able to do that, and I can't do it. I don't have the attention span to focus on it. So I just walk around being like, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'm just going to wander aimlessly and hope the solution slaps me in the face. So I've been talking to the other homeless, not the other homeless, but I've been talking to the homeless people. So many of them are in the same situation I am, and all I need to do is get a petition and walk around and get them to sign it. And they've said, almost every person I've talked to said they would. I just need to go have the effort to do it.
Sorry, my foot's not. I'm just gonna.
No, it's okay. I just need to get the wherewithal around me to write this petition and get them to sign it because there's so many people. You don't want to know what's happening to so many people.
That's awful. It's an awful thing.
I was told by my cyber stalker in a text that I was going to hear the same thing from 2 different people who he's talking to in the brains of. I thought he's insane. Then I go and meet 2 goddamn schizos talking about the voices, and they both say the same thing. Do you know what it is? Overton Button, son of Chieftain Button, the fake flower pot, put 4 human hairs in the inhaler and watched Zayden drowning in a washing machine or something. And why would 2 random people say that? That's not a shared delusion. I was telling him everything that everyone experiences with gang stalking is a shared delusion. Stop trying to tell me that a cyber stalker is a gang stalker. And I don't know. I just thought that was relevant because people are doing weird shit to weird people, and I don't know what it is, but I just want to help people, and I need a job.
Right.
I can't have a job if I'm lazy.
I want to help you achieve those goals.
That medication will keep me lazy.
And I hope. I know you don't like me, B, but I am your doctor.
No, you're not my
I'm
psychiatrist.
obliged to tell you what I think.
You're my psychiatrist, not a doctor.
What I think is going to give you the best chance at achieving your goals, and I think that olanzapine is the best medication for what you're going through right now.
Unfortunately,
if you don't agree with that, but I hope that you can come to trust me because I do care about you and I want you to achieve your goals.
I'm gonna need you to explain to me in a lot simpler terms, I guess, because I guess I'm just retarded, why I'm gonna get better if my problem is abuse and the abuse is the 100% controlling factor. That med won't stop abuse, and I'm not gonna sit there happy and comfortable with being abused as I literally am coughing up blood on the day that he told me he was gonna start cutting my lungs. And I was coughing up blood all of Saturday. I don't know what that was, but he told me he was going to cut my lungs the day before, and I didn't believe him. And then I felt something. It hurt so bad, and it felt like an all-encompassing vibration in my chest. I look up what could vibrate. Eventually, I came to realize that an ultrasonic surgical tool exists. He says he's using acoustic weapons to do stuff, and I know it all sounds like conspiracy, but he said it was the first of its kind, so I can't talk about it because that's psychosis, because it's not written down on the internet anywhere. But there's no medication that will stop abuse, and offering me a medication to stop abuse really doesn't show that I should trust you. It shows that you're trying to push a med, not try to help me. Because a medication, you could even say, I don't think medications are what you need right now. You need to get out of the situation you're in. You've said that to abuse victims before, I'm sure.
No, and honestly, I'm not a big medication person. I think usually people come in here asking for medications when they don't really need them, and I have to say no.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right,
I'm abused. I don't need medication. I need to stop my abuser.
So I don't push medications, but you know, for those instances where I think it could really help someone, I'm obligated to share that opinion with them. That's what the job of a doctor is to do.
Yeah, but like I've said, it also sucks because once you're 18, you're supposed to be able to make your decisions, and once you're an adult, after a while, people assume you know things and you know yourself and that you're self-aware.
Everyone has advice. You know, some people hire an accountant to get advice on taxes. Some people hire a lawyer to get advice on contracts, and other people see doctors to get advice on how to manage their health.
And my advice to you is to please listen to your patients when you realize that, medication, you don't normally push it. Why are you pushing a bipolar med when I tell you that I'm just upset because I was being abused in that moment with Candace?
I'll give you a very simple answer. Because in the medical record, which goes back pretty far, back to in 2024 you took it and you had a period of stability then.
When?
In 2024.
When? No, there was...
2024.
I was stable in 2024 at Morrison Place because I was doing okay smoking weed. Yeah. Was that the time I was actually doing drugs? Because there was a time at Morrison Place where I was doing heroin again, and I'm wondering if that's why I said was stable. Because you might have just told me that doing heroin is the solution. Because you just said that there was a period of stability and you saw this medication. What other notes around that period of stability? What else?
There's no indication that you were using heroin.
No, but what is the indication that also was going on? Was it just, do you only see a med at that time? What told you I was stable then?
It was the opinion of your provider at that time, Helen Watson.
Are you sure it was Helen and it wasn't Tyler?
Tyler.
Helen Watson never thought I was stable because she kept telling me that I wasn't listening to her like you do, and she kept when I left her care, I was on 3 medications that weren't at therapeutic doses, and I went to Spurwink and they took me off all of them, recognizing that was a problem. It's just...
For the record, I never said you weren't listening to me.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to say, the period of stability was not due to the medication. I was stable all the time at Morrison Place until the very end, when he started telling me that period of peace and my relaxing was me not doing something, and because I didn't entertain people or something with my sextortion life, because he claims that he is cyber sextorting me, which is what he does. It's I don't want to get into it, but
all right.
I was stable at that time until they got taken away. And then it's all dependent on what my abuser does.
Will you take olanzapine at night?
Absolutely not. I will not take a bipolar medication to stop an abuser when you've recognized my abuser as the problem.
Will you take a depression medication if we find one that will work for you?
I don't have depression. He said I have frustrations and agitations, which is what happens when I'm when I'm literally been. When Candace showed up, I was like 24 hours with no sleep, being chased around, not able to sit because what the mill he says is where he keeps the LRAD.
Is also prescribed for depression.
I understand it's a bipolar med, but the mill is where he says he keeps the LRAD, and I don't know if that's true or not, but
The what?
an LRAD, it's the long range acoustic device, and that's what he's claiming he's using to shake people, and only in Sanford have I been experiencing physical abuse. It didn't happen in Portland. He texted me the whole time. Like, now it's a shaking shit. And it's just, oh yeah, by the way, my hands.
Yeah.
He's not shaking me anymore.
You know, so I got it. This was a tough interaction, but you
I don't think it was tough.
Good.
I'm just frustrated because
good, I'm glad.
I really don't think I've been listened to, and I would really like, after this, for you to ask everyone.
And thank you for not leaving, storming out.
Yes, but I need you to ask the ACT team, because you're a team. If the abuse is guaranteed to be the only problem, how do we stop that? Do we not need to stop the abuse? If you text your supervisor or call him, talk to him in person about it. Do not text or call about this one problem. Talk to him in person about this one problem, please. Because there is a man-in-the-middle attack on a healthcare network called Maine Health. And I don't think that there is any logical reason why the answer should be we don't have any solution to help her with the abuser. We don't know any domestic violence resources like the domestic violence hotline or crisis or anything like adult protective services. None of the services are recommended to me. So I'd like you to ask the ACT team. She's looking for services, not medication, to stop the abuser. Can we brainstorm it one last time? Because she said she does not want to take a bipolar medication to stop her abuser from hurting her.
All right.
Thank you.
To wrap up.
Thank you.